Imagine a mind that never sleeps, one that learns every second, remembers everything, and grows without limits. Now imagine this mind isn't human. This is not a fantasy. This is artificial intelligence, the invisible force that's changing the very structure of our world. From myth to machine, from dream to data, this is the story of how humans built a thinking mind and what happens next. This is Wizzle Dwizzle, and today we explore the breathtaking journey of AI, from ancient imagination to digital intelligence, from Siri to ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, and into a future we can barely comprehend. Long before wires and algorithms, humans dreamed of intelligence beyond flesh. In ancient Greek myths, gods like Hephaestus forged mechanical beings who could speak and obey. In India, tales from the Rig Veda and later texts speak of self-operating statues and flying machines, vimanas guided by sentient energy. These weren't just fantasies, they were glimpses of a deep desire to replicate consciousness, to create companions, tools, or even extensions of ourselves. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, where engineers built automata, robotic birds, clockwork knights, mechanical monks that moved, prayed, and rang bells. They fascinated kings and peasants alike, not because they were machines, but because they mimicked life. The desire to breathe intelligence into matter is ancient. In the 1800s, this ancient dream took a new shape: mathematics. Charles Babbage, often called the father of computers, envisioned a machine that could do calculations like the human brain. But it was Ada Lovelace who saw the magic. She believed machines could go beyond math, perhaps composing music or mimicking thought. Then came the 20th century, the age of war and wonder. During World War II, Alan Turing cracked Nazi codes and, more importantly, cracked open a question: can machines think? Turing proposed a test. If a machine could carry on a conversation and you couldn't tell it wasn't human, it might be truly intelligent. This became the famous Turing test. But back then, computers were room-sized giants. Intelligence? That was still decades away. The term artificial intelligence was officially born in 1956 at a summer workshop at Dartmouth College. The goal? Build machines that could use language, solve problems, and improve themselves. These weren't wild ideas. Scientists were optimistic. They thought human-level AI would be achieved in 20 years. Early systems like Eliza, a simple chatbot, could mimic conversation. People were amazed. One person even said, "It understands me better than my therapist." But it was an illusion. The machine wasn't thinking, it was pattern matching. Still, the spark had ignited. As expectations rose, reality hit hard. Computers were still slow, language was too complex, common sense couldn't be coded, governments and companies pulled funding. This was the AI winter, a time of disappointment and darkness. Yet in labs and basements, scientists kept working. They believed in something bigger, not just algorithms, but learning. And quietly, the next revolution brewed. In the 2000s, the world changed. The internet exploded. Data became abundant. Graphics cards, or GPUs, allowed faster processing. Suddenly, AI could see, hear, and learn. A technique called deep learning, modeled after the human brain's neurons, allowed machines to teach themselves. Voice assistants emerged: Siri in 2011, Google Assistant, and Alexa. At first, they answered weather questions or set alarms, but under the hood, they were evolving. Netflix predicted your favorite shows. Google translated languages. YouTube recommended videos that felt personal. AI wasn't thinking, but it was learning from us. So what is AI really? At its core, AI is about learning patterns. Machine learning feeds data into an algorithm, and the algorithm finds relationships. Neural networks mimic how our brain processes signals. Deep learning stacks these layers to form complex understanding, like facial recognition or speech. Generative AI creates, writing text, drawing art, composing music. AI doesn't have desires, it doesn't dream, but it simulates. And in many ways, it simulates so well, we feel it's real. That illusion, that's the power and danger of AI. In 2022, ChatGPT shocked the world. It wasn't just fast, it was fluid, funny, sometimes profound. Trained on billions of words, it could write novels, code websites, translate poetry, explain black holes, simulate conversation like never before. And then came Gemini by Google, built on multimodal understanding. It could process text, images, video, and even logic. Grok by Elon Musk's XAI, integrated into X, formerly Twitter, it had attitude, sarcasm, and real-time knowledge. These weren't tools, these were collaborators. Artists, teachers, doctors, CEOs, everyone was using AI to enhance their lives. We had created digital minds, and they were growing fast. AI isn't just on screens anymore. Robots clean our homes, assist in surgeries, and explore Mars. VR and AR turn living rooms into classrooms, training grounds, or alien worlds, powered by AI. Holograms now deliver lectures, performances, even interactive AI characters. AI cameras follow movement. Self-driving cars learn from traffic. In every field, agriculture, medicine, education, entertainment, AI is transforming how we live, work, and dream. It's not about replacing us. It's about expanding us. But power without reflection is dangerous. AI can reflect human biases. It can fake reality, from deepfakes to fake news. It can lead to mass surveillance, and its decision-making is often a black box. Even its creators don't always understand it. We must ask, should everything that can be built be built? Leaders across the world are now calling for AI ethics, regulations, and transparent design. Because once AI becomes autonomous, the line between tool and entity blurs. What lies ahead? Some believe we're racing toward artificial general intelligence, a machine with human-level cognition. Others say AI will merge with us through brain-computer interfaces, neural implants, or cyborg technologies. In medicine, AI could cure diseases. In education, it could tailor learning to every child. In space, it could pilot missions to Jupiter and beyond. And maybe, just maybe, AI will help us understand the deepest mysteries. What is consciousness? Why do we exist? Because in creating something that thinks, we may discover who we really are. Artificial intelligence is not the end of humanity. It's the next chapter, one we must write wisely. It's a mirror, a tool, a force of change, and it's in our hands, not just to control, but to guide. So let's build a future where intelligence, human and artificial, works together. This was Wizzle Dwizzle, bringing you the untold story of AI. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment what excites you most and what scares you most about AI.